After a whole lot of changes happening to the C8 Corvette, with its engine moving to the middle, the 2024 E-Ray brings 5 additional new features to the table. Will it be cool, sad, or just another game-changing trick Chevy keeps throwing your way? I would so love to know what you feel at the end of this video, so stay alert and let's dive right in. So the very first one we'll be talking about is probably one of the best features, and this is the awesome modes. From the official teaser video earlier this year, we actually learned that the new E-Ray will come with a pure driving EV mode, which Chevy is calling the stealth mode. This might not immediately have sounded so amazing, right? But I bet you'll take that back when you see what happens here. Alright, let's talk more about this. First of all, this is an exclusive mode. This means that it is very limited and probably doesn't last for as long because it is relying solely on pure electric power, and from the makes of the E-Ray can't go for more than an estimate of 5 miles of range. That means it only works either until the driver activates the gas engine with the throttle or up to 45 miles per hour max. Now you get its exclusivity. But why was this mode embedded in the first place? Well, remember how you always wanted to quietly park in your garage after a long day without attracting much attention from the neighbors? Remember that one neighbor who always complains about your loud driving? Basically, no more. All these going with the introduction of the stealth mode, and as such isn't going to be such a pain anymore to respect your neighbors. Amazing, right? This mode allows you to quietly exit because it works even in reverse, out of your garage without the unnecessary buzzing soundtrack of the gas engine. In stealth mode, the E-Ray emits a high-tech hum for precautionary reasons and I guess just because it does sound cool. This continues even when the loud V8 joins the action, thereby creating a merge in sound that is sci-fi melodic inside the cabin, just like the guys over at Car and Driver observed during a brief ride along. They learned the E-Ray's ability to perform awesome drifts while still at GM's Milford Proving Grounds despite its lack of a dedicated drift mode. What would have taken this up a notch would have been the addition of a line lock feature, but unfortunately that isn't present, and instead the hybrid car gets the same custom launch control present in the Z06. Plus, an engineer assured it was capable of handling burnouts, which is a win for those of you who like to do that, though I wouldn't recommend it as doing that could wear out your tires quickly. Moving on to the next feature, which is probably the most notable, we have the introduction of all-wheel drive and a hybrid powertrain. This news has gathered enough emotion by this time. It is angry news to some and happy to others. Believe it or not, a number of Corvette fans weren't exactly amused when Chevy messed with the formula of their favorite sports car, namely movement of the small block engine from the front to the middle. This, if we have a look, actually had positive effect as it unlocked a previously unattainable level of performance, but fundamentalists fumed that Chevy obviously went too far with the C8 generation. Now with the 2024 E-Ray's arrival as the first Corvette to feature an all-wheel drive and a hybrid powertrain, those purists are likely to be even more pissed off. By its making use of these new traits, plus the adoption of the regular Stingray's V8 core and the track-oriented Z06 wide body, this new Vette radically alters the identity of America's famous sports car and sets it on a whole new course. Inhabiting the heart of the E-Ray is the 495 horsepower version of the 6.2-liter V8 inherited from the Stingray. The engine, known as the LT2, feeds the rear wheels through the use of an 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. Only this time, there's an electric motor mounted at the front in the company with 160 horsepower and 125 pound-feet of torque to offer. This hybrid setup offers all-wheel drive and an impressive 655 horsepower. It's surprisingly compact, about the size of a 12-pack, and features a magnesium casting and an E-Ray specific oil cooler tucked behind the driver's side front bumper. Which now moves us to the third feature that will be coming, the extra pounds. This should rather be a sub-feature because it complements and results from the powertrain's influence, but there's more, and we'll be taking that in a few seconds. Starting now, it actually looks like the Chevy E-Ray has added a significant amount of weight to the Corvette Z06. We measure a coupe at 3,666 pounds and a convertible at 3,799 pounds. With the E-Ray's electrical components, that brings the coupe up to 3,966 pounds and the convertible to 4,099 pounds, which brings it to a total of 300 extra pounds. That means the convertible E-Ray is the first Corvette in production to weigh more over 2 tons, making it the heaviest model ever. The E-Ray may be a bit heavier than its gas-powered counterpart, but its all-wheel drive traction and electric torque give it an edge. Chevy claims it's the quickest Vette yet, and they're not wrong. It's a whole 10th quicker than the Z06. This hybrid Corvette, according to Chevy, will hit the 60 miles per hour milestone in 2.5 seconds, which is insane. Plus, it can do a quarter mile in 10.5 seconds, same as the Z06. But if you're trying to go really fast, it won't matter. The electric motor stops working over 150 miles per hour, so you won't get much more than 180 miles per hour out of it. So if you're looking to go fast in a Vette, the E-Ray is your best bet. Just don't expect to break any land speed records. You'll have to wait for the Zora for that. Now for our fourth feature, let's go back to the electrification aspect of the E-Ray. The very first battery-powered Corvette. The E-Ray's electric motor is powered by a small 1.1 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery, while a 12-volt lithium-ion battery supports the V8's stop-start function and accessories. This main battery pack is contained in the center tunnel that separates both passengers and weighs around 100 pounds, with its 80 pouches supplied by LG and assembled by GM. As this battery isn't a plug-in hybrid, it's designed to rapidly charge and discharge itself. You can select from 6 drive modes, and there's a hybrid-only function called Charge Plus that helps to maximize the battery's charge, which is great for lapping longer racetracks. The Corvette's electric motor is made for performance, not efficiency, so don't get your hopes up too high for prize-level fuel economy when the EPA ratings come out. It's got an open diff and brake-based torque vectoring, so you can expect to get the most bang for your buck at the gas pump. But hey, why settle for efficiency when you can have some real fun? Efficiencies are for SUVs, right? Anyway, let me know your thoughts right below that like button. Now for our final feature and my personal favorite, we're going to talk about something that Corvette fans have been complaining about for some time now, finally getting a fix with the arrival of the new E-Ray Corvette. Year-round performance. The E-Ray is one of the few cars in the market that can handle all 4 seasons with ease. It's all thanks to the Z07 grade brakes and the Michelin Pilot Sport all-season tires. Even better, the rear tires are the biggest ever fitted to a production car, a hopping 345 section width. It's almost like having 2 cars in one. You can go for the summer-ready Pilot Sport 4S rubber for the ultimate grip, or the all-season tires for a more relaxed ride. It's a great way to make the most of your E-Ray all year round. The E-Ray's front motor setup barely affects the Corvette's front trunk space, with only a slight decrease in cargo volume. Surprisingly, the interior remains almost the same as non-hybrid models. However, you'll find some unique displays in the gauge, cluster, and center touchscreen that you won't find on non-hybrid models. For example, the stealth mode and power output pages are exclusively for the E-Ray. Not to mention, there are also some additional buttons added to the side of the center console near the driver's thigh area. These buttons control the start-stop system and the Charge Plus function. So if you're a fan of the classic Corvette but want to experience the cutting-edge technology of a hybrid, the E-Ray is definitely your ride. It gets even deeper also because the E-Ray's wheels and tires are supported by magnetorheological dampers, which are standard. To make it work, the engineers at Corvette had to get creative and raise the shock towers, add a connecting brace for the half shafts from the electric motor to the front wheels, and still not affect suspension travel or hood height. Plus, the front axle lift system still remains optional. You probably didn't think of the E-Ray this way before, but if you found something amazing in this car, then you're probably curious when it's coming to the streets. Well, it's not far at all. The new E-Ray is expected to go on sale later this year with a base 1LZ coupe price of $104,295, which is nearly $40,000 more than what the 23 Stingray coupe offered at base. The convertible, however, will go on to cost $7,000 more, with a starting price of $111,295 for the 1LZ trim. Chevy has yet to specify pricing for a range of exciting add-ons for the E-Ray. You can give your car a cool electric blue stripe or dress it up with carbon fiber trim inside and out. You can choose from multiple seating options and opt for the performance package, complete with summer tires, for a more enhanced ride. And if you're feeling especially daring, you can take it up another notch with the Z07 kit. But of course, there are options that will not be available in the E-Ray and even on the Z06 and regular Stingray. And if you want to find that out, this video gives you all the details you need.